Let us concentrate. Right. Come to one paint. You take one paint. Look at. Now, let us take one situation, Amma. Let us take one situation in the class. What that situation is, think very carefully. Now, we are developing one project, for example, developing one project for one small task, for one small task. Carefully watch it. What is my task? What is my task? And that too, it is a common task, ma. It is a common task. It is a common task for hundreds of SEs, hundreds of software engineers. There is a common task for hundreds of SEs. Unfortunately, these people who are developing the project, assume for a minute, assume these people don't know the concept of functions. These people don't know the concept of functions. Moreover, one more point I'm trying to tell you guys. One more point I'm trying to tell you. Before this Python, before this Java, before this some languages, I just want to quote one point here that you carefully listen it. We are having two types of functions, two types of languages. Of course, there are so many varieties of discussions are there. In the context of functions, I would like to give you some clarity over the functions. Number one, unstructured programming languages. So there is a lot of meaning in this. Unstructured programming languages. Number one, unstructured programming languages. And one more is called structured programming languages. One more is called what? Structured programming languages. Second part is called structured programming languages. I am writing here structured programming languages. Structured. I am taking structured programming languages. Sir, what exactly the difference and why we are going to make this type of thing? So, in unstructured programming language, I will take one more paint screen here for more clarity purpose. I am giving it. One is called structured programming language. One more is unstructured programming languages. So, because of unstructured programming languages in olden days, which you don't know, because we did not learn that. We did not learn. Before our software development, it was there. In unstructured programming languages, there was no concept of functions. There was no concept of functions. No concept of functions. Sir, when there is no concept of functions, sir, what are the limitations, sir? Now I am going to talk about the limitations. Limitations without functions. From there, our discussion will start. Limitations without functions. There I am going to explain. Whereas when you come to the structured programming languages, the word structured programming language came into the picture because of concept of functions available. Functions available. Functions available. Functions available because of the structured programming languages. The name itself came, a biggest discussion is done, a biggest change is done in the programming languages because of functions available in anything that is known as structured. Under that C will come, C++ will come, Java will come, Python will come. Under structured, again what is coming? Procedure oriented and object oriented. Under unstructured programming languages, olden days. So because of this unstructured programming languages, concept of functions was not there. Because of that, what limitations are happening, sir? Let us go for the discussion of it. Let us take one requirement here. What is that? We are developing one project. There is a common task for all the 100 SEs. 100 SEs. Now, what is that common task? Add, small example I will take it. Add two numerical values. Add two numerical values. Add two numerical values. Which programming they are using? Which programming they are using? Unstructured languages. Unstructured programming languages they are using. Unstructured programming languages they are using. Very carefully understand. Unstructured programming languages does not contain which concept? Unstructured programming languages does not contain which concept? Functions concept is not there. Functions concept is not there. Try to be active, ma. Functions concept is not there. Sir, then how these people will do, sir? How these people will do, sir? Simple, ma. So now I am writing one small point for you. One small point I'm going to keep in front of you. What that small point is? These are all called SEs. These are all called SEs. The SE1 is a programmer number one. SE1. He is a programmer one. He started writing the logic. How many lines of logic he is writing? So assume that he is writing for the logic of 10 lines of code is written. For example, 10 lines of code has written. 10 lines of code has written. And how much time he has taken it? He has taken it. For example, 10 minutes of time he has taken it. 10 minutes of time he has taken it. Assume 10 lines of code, he has taken 10 minutes of time he has taken it. Finished. Because unstructured programming language is not containing any function. First of all, understand what is the function. Without that, all these things you try to understand. Now, next, SE2 also require the common task called what? Adding two numerical values. This person also writing same logic. He is also writing. Ma. 10 lines of code he is writing. Just imagine. Now I am going to ask you the question here. He is also written 10 lines of code. 10 lines of code he has written. There it is taking what? 10 minutes of time he is taking. 10 minutes of time he has taken it. 10 lines of code, 10 minutes of time he has taken it. Just imagine, dear students, try to imagine like this, 100, SE 100, 100 students, 100 SEs has written 100 lines, same 10 lines of code. How many times? So many number of times they have written. Then imagine the situation. Because of this, what is the points you can make out? If you tell me, then I am going for introduction. 10 lines of code, the last person also has written. 10 minutes of time, he also took it. Then start writing, start understanding. Now, here, unstructured programming languages does not contain the concept called reusability. Also called what? Reusability is the greatest term I am using. Reusability. Reusability means what? Somebody was already developed, and we are trying to use it without writing our own code. That is called reusability. That reusability will be getting in different angles in our languages. Some of them are with the functions we can get it. Some of them we are getting with the modules. Some of them we are getting with the packages. And some of them we are getting with inheritance. There are a lot of ways are there to reuse the things. But ultimately we are going to reuse the code in terms of functions only. Ultimately we are going to reuse the code with functions only. Unfortunately, unstructured programming languages does not contain the concept of functions. So here, no reusability. There is no reusability because no functions concept is available. No functions concept is available. I will explain that what is the function and all those things. I will define also what is that. No functions concept, no reusability. What are the drawbacks which we are identifying? Number one, coming to the point back here. Because of unstructured programming languages, no functions are available, no reusability is available. First point I am talking about. If you catch my points. Number one, if everybody get my point. Application development time is more. First point. You just tell me whether you are understanding or not. I will write everything from my side and you just confirm it. Application development time is more. That means you are writing the same code again and again. Second one is application memory space is more. Why, sir? Why more memory space? because same code you are writing again and again, again and again. If I upload my project, the 10 lines into 100 people, it is taking 1000 lines of code is same. 1000 lines want to store it in main memory. Main memory space, RAM space is more. Third point is, since more space is taking, definitely application execution time is also more. Application execution time also more. Because of that, what is happening? Because of this, what is happening? Fourth point also I will write it. Application performance is degraded, ma. Degraded. Performance is degraded because more space, more execution time, performance is degraded. Let me write one most dangerous point. Redundancy of the code. Redundancy of the code. Redundancy of the code is more. Redundancy of the code is more. What is meant by redundancy? Duplication or replication or repetition of the code is more. Sir, because of that, what is the major drawback, sir? Suppose you have written here how many times of code? Same code you have written 10 lines, 10 lines, 10 lines, 100 times you have written. Suppose your team leader is saying that change this code. That means one line you need to change it. How many times you need to change? 100 times you need to change the code. If one of the place, if you forget, that is an end of the application development, because in one place some result is coming, in another place some more result is coming. So I may not be able to remember how many times, how many places this code was written. In one place you have written, in another place you forget, because of lot of code redundancy, because of the code is repeated many times. So since the code is repeated many times, it takes lot of time to modify. That is called redundancy of the code is more, and it is going to be dangerous. So that's why redundancy of the code should be always less. Then how we can overcome these many type of problems, sir? These are the problems when there is no concept of functions is available. These are the problems when there is no concept of functions are available, sir. These are the problems of unstructured programming languages also. Immediately we got the concept of what? Immediately we got the concept of what? Functions concept came into the picture, sir. Sir, what functions concept says? Let us move to the subject. Here, come. Then TL observed, team leader is observed, saying that what? See, so far these many days we use the concept of unstructured languages. We found that some small drawbacks are found. From now onwards, I will tell to my 100 ACs, don't write this 10 lines of code. Don't waste your 10 minutes of time. So 10 minutes into 100 people, it is 1,000 minutes you wasted. Some hours of time we wasted. Then team leader is saying what? Team leader is saying, we will write the 10 lines of code, sir. We will write the 10 lines of code. See, 10 lines of code we are writing. So on 10 lines of code we are writing. How many times? One time. Define the 10 lines of code one time. Dear students, please look at. Define 10 lines of code. 10 lines of code only once. Only once. After defining the code only once, after defining 10 lines of code only once, and give some name to the entire lines of code. For this entire single line of code, lines of code, you give some name to it. I am giving the name as what? Add is my add is nothing but like this you need to do. It is a function name. So a function is nothing but a small program in our main program. Now I will come to that. This 10 lines of code is written. For this entire single 10 lines of code, you are giving some name. That name is called what? Function name it is. That function name, that function name you are calling. See, this is defined one time. Who defined this? Your team leader has defined. Your team lead has defined this function. How many times? One time only. How much time is spent? Only 10 minutes of time he spent. And he said reuse. How many minutes he spent? He spent 10 minutes of time. 10 minutes of time he spent. 10 minutes of time he spent. He spent 10 minutes of time. Then what these people are doing? These people are just calling it as what? See how easy it is. Add. The add you say. Again you say add. Again you say add. 100 people are just doing what? Just they are using like this. This is called function call we can call. We are calling the functions. Function call. Function call. This is called function definition. Function definition, this is called function definition. Dear students, with the concept of functions, concept is coming in where? Concept of functions are coming in where? Structured programming languages. Concept of functions are coming in where? Structured programming languages. Structured programming languages, this concept has come. So now, with the concept of functions, what is happening? You see, with the concept of functions, we are happening something like this. With the concept of functions, we are getting coming to the part of this. With the concept of functions, what is happening? Tell me, how many times we defined the function? How many times we defined the function? Come on, I need to know the answer, sir. How many times we defined the function? One time. How many times we are using again and again? How many times we are using again and again? Number of times. What is the first advantage? What is the first advantage? First advantage. Reusability achieved or not? Defined one time. We are reusing again and again. First advantage is application development time is less. Application development time is less. Application development time is less. That's the first problem. That's the first advantage. Because we defined one time and we are calling again and again. Since we defined one time, application memory space, application memory space, application memory space, application memory space is less. Obviously, application execution time also, application execution time is less. I am explaining in depth of what I am going to explain here regarding functions. Application performance is enhanced. Enhanced means what? Improved, enhanced, improved. Now last is called what? Redundancy. I'm going to say redundancy. Redundancy of the code is minimized. How much you want to write, that only we are going to get it minimized. And the wonderful advantage is functions are providing a slogan: write once and call anywhere. Write once and call anywhere. Write once and call anywhere. Dear students, are you understanding what I am talking about? Are you getting command over it slowly? All of you, please respond, Amma. Are you getting slowly the command on it? Okay. Very good. Very good. Good response. Write once, call anywhere. Call anywhere. I did. Right. Right. Fine, ma. Thank you. Thank you. Get good subject here. Ultimately, coming back to this place, coming back to this place, right? Now, you come to this predefined functions already developed. Predefined functions already developed. We already developed this predefined function. And what we are doing, we are reusing again and again, again and again. When we come to programmer defined functions, we are developing, and we are developing and giving to the people. For what? For what purpose? Common requirement. For what purpose? Common requirement. Where they are available? In our project. I think this also perfect. Dear students, next I'm going for one more point here. One more point I would like to introduce. Now slowly I'm coming to the discussion of functions advantage we are getting. So, yes. So, we call the function 10 times and the definition will be done one time only. So, I may call, you may call, whoever is calling, that many times this will be executed. So, finally, coming to the point back, all the doubts. Rajeshwari is having one doubt. Amma, you please think about English, ma. You please think about English. But I'm talking about, see, ma, B. Rajeshwari. 10 times you are calling. You are asking such a, what can I say, ma? Suppose print of X, print of Y, print of Z, print of 10 values are there. How many times I have to call them? Suppose you are there. You are going to be developing one function. How many times you developed it? One time. And I want to do this operation. I want to do the operation. I want to do my own operation. So it has to execute or not? It has to execute or not? Somebody else also going to execute. They need to get the output or not? Like that, hundreds of people are using that. Hundreds of people are using means definitely they are going to reuse the code. And they are not writing the code again and again. And they are going to get what? Less execution time in the sense, not in the point of individual time. When the memory space is less, that time it is going to take the less execution time. I am not talking about in the form of calling. I am talking in the form of what? A development time I am going to talk. My concept and English is so powerful here that you need to understand. When we go for functions concept, development time, you see clearly, development time is less. When the development, one time only it is loading in the memory, one time only loading in the memory space is less. Obviously, since memory space is less, execution time is also less. Earlier, how many times loaded? How many times you defined? 100 times you defined. 100 times memory space is creating for 100 times people's memory space creation. That is called execution time is more there. But I'm talking about what? One time only your function is defined. One time only it is getting loaded. That execution is less. Application performance is enhanced because of what? One time loading less space. One time is going to be loaded. Execution time is less. I am talking in the form of one time function, not in the form of calling. You take this example. I have, for example, 238 students are there in today, for example. Suppose 238 people want to call 238 functions, want to, what do you call, execute. What do you want to do? Addition of two numbers. Addition of two numbers. Because why I am talking this is, because if you don't understand the English meaning, it's difficult for me to move forward. Because I fear, first of all, whether you are receiving or not. What is that? You are saying, first student is saying add of 1020. Definitely it will go to where? Function definition, execute it and come in. Second is what? Add of -4, -5. Again it will go to the function and execute it, has to give. So 238 people are calling add of some values. Your value, my value, my value, value. So how many times it is executing? Definitely 238 times has to execute compulsory. Your time is taking, my time is taking, my time is taking. It is nothing but what? Definitely we have to execute. So I am not talking about in the form of calling part. I am talking in the form of development part of development point of it. So everybody should think in the development angle, not in other case of angle. You take ATM application you take it. ATM application, at least you will get the idea about it. Then I will go to the ATM application for 1 minute. Because if you try to think like that, I will get first of all doubt about the people. So coming to this, and don't feel because I'm saying this word, because I have to say at least once or twice in the class. It is a big project. In that, what is there? What is there? What are my operations here? Number one operation. Number one operation, deposit. Deposit. Deposit, this is called. Deposit. Next is called one more I am having withdraw. 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 Next is called what here? Next I am talking about what here? Pin change. Pin change. I am taking that pin change. Next what I am taking here? Balance inquiry. Balance inquiry. Listen now. Balance inquiry. Listen. Balance inquiry. Next what I am having here? One more kind of operation is there. That is called mini statement. Mini statement I want. Mini statement I want. Mini statement. Next I am having what? Next I am having what? Funds transfer. Funds transfer. Funds transfer. Next I am having what? Next I am having something like mobile number registration. Mobile number registration, for example. REG. Mobile number registration. Like that, so many number of operations are there. Aadhaar card registration, for example. Aadhaar card registration. Aadhaar card registration. These are my options available here. Now, how many? These are all called what? In my point of view, in my development perspective, banking deposit is an operation. It is one function. It is one function. Withdraw is called one operation. It is called function. Pin change is called one operation. It is called one function. Balance inquiry is called one operation. It is called function. Now, this is called one function, operation point of it. Now tell me, this type of things, now tell me, Reserve Bank of India said that don't define the function each and every time. Define the functions how many times? One time. And what people are doing is only one person is clicking on the deposit method daily. Withdraw, you take it. How many people are calling this withdraw? You are pressing the button called withdraw. That means you are calling what function, amma? You are calling which function, amma? Withdraw function you are calling. How much time is taking to execute? When you click on withdraw, your withdraw function has to execute. My withdraw function has to execute. Every withdraw function has to execute. That means how many times it was defined? How many times it was defined? All of you should answer. How many times it was defined? One time. How many people are using? How many people are using? Many times they are using it. I am not talking about many times calling part. I am talking about the development part. One time only memory space was taken. One time memory space execution was very less. Functions has to be called by every person. That is taking less time I am talking about. So every person will call the function. That time it will take separate time. I am talking about the development point of it. So suppose when withdraw was called in the morning hours, if anybody is calling withdraw function, clicking other, no, I will not call. Already it was called one time, I will not call. So that type of applications, no, we are developing such type of applications, not developing. We are developing what? Reusability. Functions was already developed. Functions was already developed. We are calling those functions again and again. So I hope so. Mr. What is her name? Rajeshwari has understand that part of it. So deposit, withdraw, pin change, these are all developed how many times, Sama? One time only. One time development, one time loading, that space and execution time is less, and many people are going to execute again and again. If I don't execute again and again, there is no meaning of defining the function. Take once again, print function. Rosam has defined one time only, and lakhs and crores of Python programmers are calling. Your print function will print your value. My print function has to print my value. Somebody print function has to execute that print value. Are they calling each and every time or not? Are we feeling that it is taking more time? No. If you define the function again and again by yourself, we will feel the drawback. So I hope that everybody is understanding. So, B. Rajeshwari, are you understanding, Amma? And don't feel sorry, has given a more explanation for my doubt, and don't fear also. Ask Ma, but don't think in that way, please. Okay? Right. Come on, Ma. Now come on to the point. Now, deposit. ATM project is called what? One of the big, it's a main project. It is a main problem, this is. This main problem main problem, decomposed into smaller pieces, decomposed into smaller pieces smaller pieces. That smaller pieces in our real-time projects are called functions. We call it the modules also. Modules are also decomposed into smaller pieces again, which is known as what? Functions we can call. Dear student, finally I am asking a conclusion. Watermelon is a big project. We can't eat directly. That's why we will bring to home. We will cut it into different pieces. Which pieces? Able to eat, that type of smaller pieces we will decompose it. That smaller pieces is known as what? Functions. And don't tell this watermelon example in anywhere else. It is only for your awareness part. Okay, now tell me, deposit is an operation, which is one function. Withdraw is an operation, which is one function. Pin change is one function, operation. All of them are operations. Now I am asking one small question. What is the definition of function? What is the definition of function? Subprogram of main program. Subprogram of main program is called function. Are you understanding or not? Subprogram of main program is called functions. Are you understanding, Amma? What is my main program? ATM is my main program. All these things are what? Subprograms. Come on. Response is not coming properly. Slowly it is coming. Subprogram of main program is called function, or a part of main program. A part of main program is called what? Is called function. Subprogram of main program is called a function. You see our Python program, everything is functions only. Print function, input function, type function, conversion functions, everything is called functions. Along with those functions, we are defining our own functions. Why we will define our own function? For reusability of the code. We define one time, many times people are going to reuse again and again. So I hope that I gave around 15 minutes of explanation. With that, I hope so it is clarity is there, I think so. Some clarity you got it, I think so. Am I clear? Am I right? First of all, you got the clarity of it or not? Yes. So, clarity, you are getting it. Now I am moving forward. Moving forward. Whether it is a predefined function or programmer defined function, whatever it might be that, I am giving some type of discussion here. What is the discussion, Amma? Whether it is a predefined function or programmer defined function, whatever it is, functions are nothing but a part of, now I am writing, a part of main program. Now I am writing slowly definition of, I will give you very good clarity again to you. Definition of function, because I am going to enter into the syntax part. I am giving you. A part of main program, a part of what? Main program is called function. Is called what? Function. It is also defined as what? Subprogram of main program. Subprogram of main program is called function. Is called what? Function. Subprogram of main program is called function. Now, what is the aim of functions? The aim of functions is that to provide reusability. See, reusability. How the reusability? Can you tell me? Can I tell you the reusability? Suppose in my program, within the same program, I want to reuse the code. Okay, that is one reusability. In my program, I defined one function. My friend want my function. That is a program to program reusability. That is a second variety of reusability. See, same program reusability. You only defined one time and you are calling again and again in your program. And in your project, your friend also want that logic. That is called what? Program to program reusability. That is the second reusability. Right. One more reusability is what? Suppose I am there in Hyderabad, you are there in some US, or there in Canada, or you are there in Australia. You want my classroom function. That is nothing but what? Mission to mission reusability, across the network reusability, across the network reusability. That is also called another type of reusability. That's why we are generating what? Libraries. Libraries can be downloaded from anywhere else. Those libraries we are doing what? Reusing the things across the universe, across the globe, we can reuse it. Are you understanding the reusability patterns? Reusability in the same program, reusability across the programs, reusability across the globe. Like print function. Print function can be used in our program, can be used across the programs, can be used across the missions. That is the best. All the predefined functions are reusable across the universe. So the aim of functions is to provide high reusability, and to perform, perform, perform some operation, perform some operations, perform some operations. Right. Now I am talking about one small example, a funny example I want to give you. Then I will move forward more. No confusion, I think so far. So, programming functions importance, types of functions, and later structured and unstructured. Unstructured does not contain functions. Same code was written so many times, and that code was not reusable across the programs. That's why structured programming languages provides functions. Functions are providing reusability and performing the operation. And if anybody did not understand this subprogram of main program, a small example I want to give you, because functions is not one day topic. It is a continuously I'm going to explain that time you should not get the confusion about this type of functions. Right. Small example I want to give you. If anybody did not understand the part of our subprogram of it, etc. So let us take a small example, and don't get laugh, because I'm writing one small diagram. I'm writing small diagram, and you tell me whether the diagram is good or not. Finally, now I'm writing one small diagram. I'm writing one small diagram. Right. So don't comment on this diagram, Mama. Don't comment on this. Just I'm writing this. Now I'm saying that some small diagram here, writing, having next like this. Now okay, start. Now start the discussion. Now start the discussion here. Now start the discussion. What exactly these functions and all those things are. Right? Now having something like this. Start. Now, no. What cat has? No, you don't comment on it. Rathur, Karan Rathur. Now see. What is this component called? What is this component called? Come on, quick. Huh? What is this? Fine. Here. What is this component called? First of all, this component is called. First of all, this component. Assume that it is one type of a human being. You take it as, for example, human being. For example, is a human being. Is a human being. For example. So the human being is called main project. Amma. Human being is called main project. Just a small analogy I am giving. It doesn't make anything, but it will give you some small idea for you. It will give some small idea for you. So you see, here he is going to be doing what? What is the functionality of this eyes? Eyes. Just it is used for what purpose? Vision. Vision is called one type of function for you. Vision is called one type of function. And this here is nothing but what? To do what? To listen. I will take listen. For listening purpose, I will use this type of ears. Next, what is this component is called? What is this component is called? Come on, fast. What this is doing? Hands will do the operation. Will do the operation. And this is called what? Head. Legs. Legs will do what? Will do some type of operation called what? Walk, and jogging, running will do different type of operations. will do different type of operations. Ultimately, I'm telling to you, a human being is containing lot of components. Each component is doing some operation. Being a main project, having lot of internal components, each internal component is considered as what? Each internal component is considered as one type of function. So with my simple example, a human being itself is containing lot of parts. Each part is doing some type of operation. That's why it is known as what? Subprogram of main program is called what? Function. Subprogram of main program is called function. That subprogram also called as what? A part of main program is called what? Function we can call. Now slowly coming to the where I am just one step before the function definition. Now I am talking about parts of functions. Parts of functions. How many parts will be there in the functions? That also I want to give it in the class. That also I want to give it in the class. Very, very easy. Now come to small mathematics. Small mathematics. A small mathematics, because that will enter into your brain like anything. Small mathematics. Because in any batch, to make you to understand, I will introduce maths concept is there, functions. Have you studied functions in our school days? Have you studied functions in our school days, ma? May I get the response from everybody? Yes. Functions concept was there, sir. Functions concept. All of you listen very carefully. In the last, some announcement is there. Tomorrow institute announced tomorrow holiday. Tomorrow is a holiday. No class because of Ugadi. Telugu New Year, Ugadi. Tomorrow New Year, Telugu New Year, Ugadi. Institute announced holiday. Right? So don't leave the class until the end of the class. You go on listening the class. Right? Look at maths functions is there. Maths concept is there. Functions. There, I will give you one small question. Slowly, I'm coming to the syntax for defining the function. Calculate or consider, I will say, consider f of x, f of x is equal to, I am writing, is equal to x square. F of x is equal to x square. I am writing here x square. I am writing here 2 x square. Calculate, later I am saying, calculate what? Number 1, first bit, f of 2, I am saying that f of 2. Second bit, f of 3, Third bit, I am saying that third bit, I am saying that f of 4, whatever the number you like it, positive number or negative number or whatever it is. Now, next I am talking about fourth bit I am talking, G of 6 I am saying, Let us start solution now. Solution I am going to talk. Because why I am talking this is because this concept will make you to understand quickly and we can enter into the syntax. Solution I am going to start. Please be careful. F of, again I am writing, f of x is equal to, I am writing x square. I am giving the parts of the functions now. X square. Now calculate. First bit I am going to come. F of 2 is equal to, what we need to understand. Now I am asking a question, dear students. No, I don't want answers. Now I don't want to answer. Come on to the point. Right? Come on to the point here. F of x is equal to x square. F of x is equal to x square is called what? I am asking you. Is called what? I am asking you. Anybody else? I will verify the comment. Anybody else? So somebody saying equation, somebody saying function. Okay. And what about this is called? What about this one is called? Anybody else? Now I will see. What is that? You are calling again function. Right. Now all of you habituate now. Now I am going to give you that terminology what you said is not appropriate. I am saying that you listen it. Number 1 is called function. Function definition. Please look at that. Function definition. All of you say once. Those who said wrong, you say this is called function call. This is called function call. Function call. This is called function call. Come on, ma. What is this first one is called? Function definition. What is this f of 2 is called? Function call. Come on, slowly come to the point of it. Function definition. Next, second bit also I will say. Second bit also I will say. What is that now? F of 3. F of 3. F of 3 is called what again? Tell me. F of 3 is called what again? So I will take f of what? 4. F of 4 is called what again? Function calls. They are all called function calls. Function definition defined how many times? Function definition defined how many times? 1 time. How many times you are calling? How many times you are calling? Again and again, again and again. So, concept of functions in all the programming languages coming from mathematics only. Coming from mathematics only. Now tell me, now I am going to tell you the flow. This function definition, we must learn in the class how to define it. How to define it, because take very seriously this type of function. I will come to G of 6, I will come, Mama. First you would understand the flow. Come on, quickly. Now, when you call the function is meant for what? Performing the operation. Now I am telling the terminology. Be careful. This 2 is called, this entire thing is called what? Function call, which I told you already. What is this 2 is called? Input. This 2 is called your input. Your input. Withdraw. You are passing your own amount to withdraw. This 2 is called what? Input. This 2 is called your input. Passing the value input to what? Function call. This input going to the function call. Function definition it is going. It is going to the function definition. It is going to the function definition and stored in X. Stored in X. Stored in X. What is the value of X, all of you? Please tell me. What is the value of X? 2. Everybody who are good response with me. What is the value of X? 2. What is that? X. X is called formal parameter. Dear students, I am telling the terminology. Syntax I am going to come. Formal parameter. Formal parameter. Formal parameter. 1 minute. Formal parameter. It is called formal parameter. What is the value of X? 2. 2 square, 2 into 2 is going to give you the result. Is going to give you the result. Execute it and coming back. Execute it and coming back. Dear student, here in this, analyze once again. This F is known as what? F is known as what? This F, only F is known as what? Function name. This X is known as what? Formal parameter. This X square is called what? Function logic. Function logic. Simple, ma. Simple. This F is known as what? Function name. Function name. That is known as what? Function name. And this X square is known as what? Function logic. Function logic. That is nothing but whatever the problem you have, to solve that problem, we will write the logic. Dear students, function definition contains how many parts, ma? Function definition contains number 1, function name is required. You need to take the function name. You need to take the function name. Second one is called what? Formal parameters required. Formal params required. Formal parameters. Next is called, third is called what? Logic is required. Logic. Logic is required. These 3 things are required to define a function. Come on, ma. Come on, ma. Are you okay? Are you okay? These 3 things, very, very, very important points. These are very, very important points. Now, f of 2 is equal to 2 is called input. Going to the function definition, x is containing 2. 2 square, 4 is returning. Next, ma, for my satisfaction, once again I will go for it. once again. What is this f of 3 is called? What is this f of 3 is called? What is this f of 3 is called? No, output I am not expecting. I want the meaning. Function call. What is this 3 is called simply? What is this 3 is called? Input. This is going to where? This is going to where? X. Stored in X. Every function call input is going to where? Formal parameter. Why do you use formal parameter then? Can you tell me now? Can you tell me now? Why do you use formal parameters? Why do you use formal parameter? To store my input coming from function call or not? To store the input coming from function call. To store the input coming from function call. All of you must ensure. It is a compulsory question in interview point of view. Why do you use formal parameters? Formal parameters I am using to store the input coming from the function calls. Okay, x square, it is executed and giving the result back as 9. Giving the result back as 9. Dear students, one more kind of explanation. F of 4 is called what? Everybody. Everybody. When the programming is coming, you should write like anything. Function call. What is this 4 is called simply? What is that 4 is called? 4 is called input. That input going to where? Going to where? Function definition. Where it is storing that input ma? Formal parameter. Formal parameters are used for storing the input coming from function call x square. 4 into 4 is going to give you the result back. That is 16. Nice. Now, next coming to g of 6. G of 6. What will be the g of 6? Now I am expecting. Now I am expecting. What is that? G of 6. G of 6. Function name, function call is there, but definition is not there. It is called error. It is called error. Why? Why error? Why error? Because function definition is not there. I should say function definition is not there. Function definition is not there because there is no function definition. Because there is no function definition. So function definition is not there. Function definition is not there. Function name, function you are calling, but there is no definition for it. It is an error. It is an error. You will get a error name as the name G is not defined. The name G is not find or cannot find. I will show you that error. Nothing to worry. This indicates for every function call, compulsory function definition must exist. For every function call, definition must exist. For every function call, definition must exist. Otherwise, we get the error. Is it understandable or not? Is it understandable or not? Yes. So, such a type of functions are very popular concept. Now, the people who are not responding, of course, everybody is responding. Anybody who is not responding, and it is difficult for you to cope up. So, whatever I am asking, you need to understand. So, when you are defining the function, how many things you need to take care of? To define a function, I require function name, formal parameters, and a logic is required. These three things required at the time of defining the function. If you don't define, if you don't have these three things, definition of the function is not possible. So let us come back to the point once again. How many parts of the functions are there, dear students? How many types of the functions? How many parts? Two parts with three parts. What you are answering, Amma? How many parts of the functions? Two parts are there, first of all. One is called what? Function definition. Function definition, number one. Second is called function call. Function call. Function call. These are the two things we have. Function call. In the function definition, how many parts are there? Three parts are there. What is that? Function name, formal parameter, and then logic will be there. These are the three parts. So I am writing this. I will write separately because separate explanation I will give you. So at the time of dealing with functions, I am writing at the time of dealing with functions. At the time of dealing with functions. Dealing with what? functions. We must ensure, we must ensure, we must ensure two parts. We must ensure two parts. They are number one, function definition, function call. What is the relation between these two things? Can anybody can say? Function definition, function definition exists exist only once, whereas function calls function calls can exist function calls can exist many times, can exist many times. Function definition exists only once. Function calls can exist many times. Function calls can exist many times. One more thing is, for every function call, for every function call, for every function call, for every function call, there must exist a function definition. There must exist a function definition. There must exist a function definition. Otherwise, I'm writing, we get error. We get error. We get error. Function definition, particular function definition exists only once. Function calls can exist many times. For every function call, there must exist a function definition. Otherwise, we'll get what? Error. Now I am going for syntax for defining a function in Python. Now I am going for syntax for defining a function in Python. In Python, this is what I am going for. Up to here, I am going to the syntax. Is it clear? Only I gave much explanation here. I just want to go for syntax for defining the function now. Up to here, it is clear, or it is bouncing up? Bouncing or just clear? It's clear. Okay, very good. Very nice. Nice. Fine. So, coming back to that, nice. See the index of it once. Importance of functions, we got it. Important. Why functions are most useful? For reusability purpose. Definition, we got it. What is the definition of function, Amma? Can anybody can tell in my class? What is the definition of function? What is the definition of function? A part of the main program is called a function. Subprogram of main program is called a function. Subprogram of main program is called a function. Right, done it. Now I am coming to the advantages also we have seen. Advantages also. Yes. Now I am coming to the syntax for defining a function. Syntax for defining a function. Syntax for defining a function. So we are understanding syntax for defining a function now. So finally we are understanding defining a function. Right. Up to this, I gave some clarity for you regarding the function. Dear students, can you write now? Can you write this part? Importance of function. Write down quickly. Then I will move forward. Then we will move forward. Just write down. Yes, note down, Ma. Note it down. I'm waiting for you to write it. So little bit fast you write it. Then I will go for the syntax. Up to that, whatever is explained, I will give you the clarity in syntax part. Make it fast. Operators topic not uploaded, ma? Okay, okay. I will upload. I will upload. Compulsory. Yes, ma. Bruce Lee, happy Ugadi for you also. Thank you. Wish you the same. So advanced happy Ugadi for everybody. Please read well tomorrow because it's a new year now. First day, whatever you do more time, you will do the same thing throughout the year. Right, mom? So do more reading, more practicing tomorrow. No, okay. Tomorrow is a holiday, Amma. Tomorrow is a holiday. Institute announced a holiday tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, we will meet once again. Up to Saturday, already uploaded in the class on the Google Classroom. Already uploaded. Yes, ma'am. Sanjay Kumar, you did not get Google Drive class link, ma? You please ask what do you call Srikant sir once. You have Srikant sir WhatsApp number? Do you have Srikant sir WhatsApp number? No. You just send a WhatsApp message to him saying that add to Google Drive class. He will add. He will add to Google Drive class. Please tell that. Tell him. You find out, ma. You find out from him. You find out. So videos they won't share, ma. The videos they will not. You already told you, na. Our videos will not be given to outside. You should not miss the class, ma. Since it is an online class, you are asking that. Suppose if it is offline class, if you are coming to the class daily, then if you miss it, what will happen, ma? Okay. Aman. Okay. Thank you, ma. The everyday concept is interesting only. Everyday's concept is interesting. Yes. Doubts will be in the last screening test and all those things. Doubts will be in the last month. Any screening test regarding questions, contact office. No knowledge, no idea for me. When they will give results, I don't know. Please contact in the office for that. After complete it and then let me know that I will go for the syntax. Okay. So submitting you write all of you syntax for defining a function in Python. Just write the syntax. Some of the people want to take the screenshot, so that's why for them I just want to open it. Okay, okay, complete, ma. I'm waiting. Don't worry. I will wait for a few more seconds. Okay, Santosh. Very good. Prabhat, you completed yesterday's homework. Okay, good. No problem. Try Bruce Lee. Try many times, multiple times you try. So if we are not getting cinema ticket one day, we will get next day also we will try now. We will not come back unless we get this ticket. Like that homework also. So try multiple times. Okay, completed. Now I am going for syntax for defining a method. Syntax for defining a function. Any number you can enter, any number you can find the Roman number, not an issue. You can find out. Fine, guys. Let me go to the syntax for defining a function. Look at very easily. Okay, somebody is asking that paint screenshots they want to take. So I'm opening some of the screens. So you just look at that. 1 minute you see I will just remove this arrows and all so that you can have some small idea. Just one best idea you will get it just by seeing the screenshots. So those who are interested in taking the screenshot, you can take. And this is not going to be any final work I am giving. I just give only the final work of the notes. This is only for awareness purpose. And even any student require, you can take the screenshot of it for your awareness purpose. Just mathematics example, I just covered it. Yes, make it faster. Take screenshot quickly. Now I'm changing. I'm changing to structured, unstructured now. Okay. Structured and unstructured. Take it. Yes, ma. Paint files also I will upload. Paint files also I will upload. No doubt in that. Even in previously also I used to upload that. Wherever paint screen related things are there, I used to upload. Do it quickly. Okay. Taken screenshot. Done. Next other things. This is writing the same code again and again. I just removed it. We wrote only one time. That function we are reusing again and again many times. So reusability, this is no functions, no reusability. That's why defining the function, reusing again and again. Just a small idea. Now I am coming to the syntax for defining a function. Right. That's it, ma. Other things are just one symbol. This is not necessary. Right. Then next, this type of thing, functions, all of them are called ATM project, main project, all these things easy for you. So you need not to worry about it. Then other things are, that's it. That's it. These are the paint screens. Now I'm coming to the syntax for defining the function. Just watch it. We will write the syntax. Look at all of you. Now, up to here, whatever is discussed with the paint screens and all, it's clear. Now I'm coming to the development work. To define a function on your own, to define a programmer defined function on your own, we will use the keyword called def. Def. I am telling about the syntax. Def stands for definition. Python functions are dead easy. Def is a keyword used for developing the programmer defined function. Now I will write function name. Function name. Function name is after all one variable name. Def. Def is nothing but used to define the function. Def is a keyword used to define the function. Def space function name. It is after all one variable name. After all one variable name. After all one variable name used for defining the function. Function name is after all one function, is one variable name used for defining the programmer defined function. Now tell me, I told you already, see, how many are there to define a function? Function name is required, formal parameters required, logic is required. Function name 1, open the bracket, braces, list of, I'm saying formal parameters, formal params. If any, you don't worry about that word if any. Def function name. Function name, I got it. Def is a keyword used to define the functions. Function name is after all one variable name. List of formal parameters. It is known as what? Used for receiving the input from the function call. Indentation symbol. Indentation symbol. Already we understood the indentation in the loops. Then how much space? When indentation is coming compulsory, how many lines of space? Indentation space 4. I will write happily statement 1, that is a logic statement I'm talking about. Statement 2, so on, statement n, I am writing statement n. Statement n, this is called statement n. Statement 1, statement 2, statement n. Statement 1, statement 2, statement n. This is called logic. Dear student, one more point I want to write it. First one is called what? Definition. The keyword called def. The second one is called what? Function name. The formal parameters is called third one. And the fourth one is called what? Block of statements. That is called what? Logic. And the one more point I would like to tell you, what is that is? Here I am writing a description of the function. It is an optional, of course, I am saying optional, but I am writing that. Triple double quotes. Why? Description of the function. Description, that is called comments of the function. Suppose if I am defining some function, I am telling that what for this function is used. Why? Because in software industry, it is one of the best practice to write the documentation. So documentation is nothing but helping the other programmer to understand what this function is meant for. It is nothing but a help. So when you are going on the highway, some arrows will be there. This side that thing, right side that thing, some type of directions are there. It is nothing but describing the routes. Like that in our software industry also. Comments are very, very important. So I need to describe the functionality of this function. Writing the functionality of the function is optional, but it is a better practice to continue. I will write doc string. Doc string stands for document string. Triple double quotes. Inside of it, I can write 1 line documentation or 2 lines documentation or 3 lines documentation. You can write any type of documentation. It is called fifth part. Fifth, that is called. If you want in the sequence, It is 4. This is called 5. 5. After that, I can explain. I can go for what? Explanation. Explanation I can give it. Explanation I am going to talk about it. Explanation I am going to talk about it. What that explanation is going to be? I will explain in the next class because already time is almost over. Next class. Is the syntax is understandable? Easier? Is it as understandable? Calling part I will tell you, ma. First, understand the definition. Definition is most important. Write down. Syntax you write. Syntax for defining the function. You write down, ma. When 4:45 is coming, people are leaving. So they don't have the taste in their life. Slowly people are leaving. Write down. Seriously, the people looking for it, write down. Syntax for defining a function. Doc string. Just now I explained, Nama. Doc string is nothing but documentation string. Documentation string. Nothing but description of the file. First you write down. I will write the explanation part. That time I will explain once again. I will give you ma first syntax I need to complete na. Muhammad Sadiq. I need to give first example because I am not an RMP doctor. First injection, later injection concept. I am a PhD in computer science. First, I need to explain the concept in detail. Then, based on the concept, we will go for the program. So, first, learn concept. Example, you will understand like anything. Don't worry about it. First, concept is important. Then, tomorrow, they will ask you syntax for defining the function. You need to explain the syntax. Written. Five. This five indicates this statement one, statement two, statement n. You can write, if you want, you can write a flower bracket here. Fifth part is statement one, statement two, statement n. That you don't worry. Today you don't worry. In the next class, that is a Wednesday class, when I come back, I will talk about the first point, second point, third point. I will explain one by one. First point I will explain. Second point I will explain. Third point I will explain. Fourth point and fifth point I will explain all these things one by one. And don't worry about it. I will explain on Monday class once again. Right, mom. Thank you. Wish you the same for all you and your family members. Thank you. Happy advanced, happy Ugadi for everybody. Right. So what is that? Now, this syntax I will explain even on Wednesday class also once again. But don't forget the previous topics which is covered already in the class. When you use continuous statement properly, it will work out, ma. When you use continuous statement properly, it will work out. It will work out with every kind of concept. There is no doubt in that. Tomorrow is holiday. Tomorrow there is no class. Institute has announced a holiday tomorrow.